Welcome back to another episode of Opinionated Reality Check. And this week we're talking about Big Brother Canada, to be specific. Now, as you guys know, I've shared my opinion about Big Brother Canada exponentially. I have no filter, no hold bar. I just say it like it is. So let's get right into it. Just talk about last week's episode where Kira was given the blood veto and had the opportunity to shake up the game. Now, everybody who was watching was anticipating a big, exciting move to finally make a shift in the house from one side to another. And I thought she was going to project herself into a position of power or control, at least. But it seemed like she was unable to even do that. Kira decided, because Kiki was on the block alongside Mark, that she was not going to use the blood veto and make a move, because as far as she was concerned, Kiki was a liar. That's their excuse for sending out everybody who wants to play the game. Mama Kay was a liar, now Kiki's a liar. I didn't listen to Kiki, and as far as I was concerned, Kiki barely talked to anybody to be a liar, but maybe she was. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, she's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. She didn't really do much for the game anyway, so whatever's clever. Then came the competition for the new HOH. It was an endurance competition. Now, we all kind of assumed endurance competition probably means one of the guys are going to win, because SD was left. And Kira. What were they going to do? And that's not because they're women, that's because they're weak. Let's get that straight, first of all. So anyway, it was between Corey, Kira, Mark, Anthony, Adam, Dane, SD. Yeah, I think that's it. And the victor is Corey. Miss Corey won. Now, when Corey first was introduced to the game, I was hoping that she would have a mentality to make moves. And, because I knew she was physically strong and she seemed mentally strong, and she proves herself to be mentally strong when she talks to people. I thought she would have the gusto and the energy and the interest to really play Big Brother Canada. But so far what I'm seeing is that she's doing what every other girl in the house does. Maybe that's just a trend to survive this season, is to latch yourself to a male. She has latched herself to Anthony. Now, Anthony is one of the PBs, the pretty boys, or as some of us call them, the petty boys, because they're not all that pretty as they think. And Anthony has stated that he controls Corey. So when Corey won HOH, a lot of us thought he would be in her ear, and lo and behold, he has been in her ear trying to control her. However, she's been proven to be not as easily swayed as we thought she would be. So upon Corey becoming HOH, she decided she was going to get to the bottom of who suggested that she was going to be thrown up on the block. I don't know why that was her end goal for her HOH, was to figure out who was throwing her name out there, because in Big Brother, your name is always being thrown out there. I don't see why she would waste her HOH doing that, but that's her decision, whatever. And it became this sort of go to Corey and plead your case as to why it wasn't you sort of thing, and she kind of was acting like the Don in her, her HOH room. And really, as far as I'm concerned, nothing came of it. Everybody went up there, from Samantha to Kira to Dane, and went and said why they weren't a part of the conversation, or that they weren't lying, or that whatever, trying to basically cover their butts. And basically what Corey realized is there is no honesty, and you're not going to get a straight answer from these people, so let it go. So she decided that she wanted to put up... Who the hell did she nominate? Oh, before we get to that, let's talk about who she was thinking about putting up, and who other house guests like Anthony were throwing out there for potential noms. Anthony was throwing out the one and only Samantha, Adam's bosom buddy, because, well, we know that she's got her hooks deep into him, and the pretty boys want to keep him with the bros. So Anthony decided he was going to take it upon himself to mention her name and suggest that Samantha was going after Corey. Now, Corey had first made a truce with Adam, and said that that Adam and Samantha would not be nominated. So they took that as to mean they're safe. So the pretty boys were having a meeting in the secret room, the Leon's room, and Adam, of course, walked in to find out that they were talking about throwing his girl's name out there, because they had to either throw her out there or risk themselves going up on the block. Anthony saw it as a viable option because Dane's name was being thrown out there. Adam did not see it that way. Adam was furious. And let me tell you, he acted like a big, or as I would say, a grown-ass child. Like 6 foot something. Like stomping out, not wanting to hear what anybody has to say. I knew you guys were going to do this shit, man. Like, bro, you came into Big Brother single. Before you, when you, as far as I'm concerned, I don't even know. You could have a girl out there. You applied single. And when you win, you're going to win alone if you choose, if you do win. So why do you think it's so important to hitch your wagon to this girl like one of y'all is going to, like you're going to win together if you make it to the end? That's not how Big Brother works. And surprisingly, Anthony had to be the voice of reason to rattle his little, love-drunk brain that Samantha is not going to help you win this game. You two being together makes you that much more of a target. And you need to stop the drama. Take your emotions out of it. I didn't expect this from Anthony because I don't hear Anthony talk normally. And when he does, it's usually only to the pretty boys. But he came up with some logical reasons as to why Adam was behaving like a child. And this guy threw a hissy fit. Like, when I mean, like, he walked into that secret room or the detective room and was punching boxes and throwing papers. Like, you act like they're about to crucify your girlfriend and send her to the gallows to be murdered. Like, she's just going to go home. Or at this point, she was just going to go to the jury. Like, why were you being so dramatic? You've known this girl for how long? A month? And you're like, she's the love of your life? Boy, you need to get a life. And remember, the Big Brother is about what you came in there for, not about the punani that you're currently getting. Okay? If you want to win, you need to play with your head, not your head. Okay? And Anthony had to rattle that into his brain a little bit. And he always seems to kind of come down and realize that he's acting like a fool. God only knows. So anyway, when it comes down to it, Corey decides to play it safe, so it seems. And she nominates SD and Dane? Yeah, SD and Dane. Now, the potential is that, the hope is that there's a potential backdoor and that she's going to throw Samantha up there and kind of finally get Samantha out of the game, because that girl between Samantha, Adam, and the other side, which is kind of Kira and that side, we're ruling the house. And I want to see the other side get an opportunity to play, and I thought Corey would represent that. But right now, she's about to take out the side that would be able to support her more than the other side would. I don't think she realizes that if she protects Mark and the pretty boys on that side, that they're going to use her for a number as long as she's necessary. And then they're going to snip her. Unless she can finally start to win competitions back to back and blow this game out and kind of surprise everybody, she's just going to be a number until it's convenient to keep, until it's not convenient to have her anymore. So Dane is nominated, SD is nominated, with the hope of Samantha being backdoored. But as far as we're concerned, Adam will play every competition to seemingly protect her behind before his own. And he's definitely not considered the pretty boys. I don't know how I feel about her. I don't know how I feel about her gameplay right now. I don't feel like we know where her head's at. I feel like she thinks she's smarter than she really is, especially when she talks to people. So I guess we'll figure that out later on. Before Kiki was sent packing, she decided to blow up Dane's game. Now, I don't particularly feel like that was the most sensible choice, seeing as how her best friend in the house was hitched to him as well. I feel like Kiki kind of did it to just sort of as a last-ditch effort, and I get it to some extent, but she should have considered her friend as well, because she knew full well once she left that all Esty would have was Dane, which is sad because I feel like she could... There's potential for her. I feel like there was more potential for her with Kiki there, but now that Kiki's gone, I don't know. So maybe it's time for ST to go. Maybe it is time for ST to go. I still don't know who I can really root for this season. I feel like I'm going to stick with Dane. I was hoping for Corey. We'll see how this week plays out. But let me just say, Adam, if I can say one thing to you, honey, it's get your life together. Remember what you're in Big Brother for, why you're there, why you applied, and get the punani out your brain, because you're playing like a fool. That's my opinionated reality check for this week. We'll see y'all next week.